Good morning. Hello, hello. Okay, we're going to start. Today we're going to do a lot of stretching and a lot of moving just to kind of loosen up everywhere. So let's start out with our feet facing forward, the width of the mat. You're just going to put your hands on your hips and go side to side. How good does that feel? There's Anne. Hello, Anne.
Hi.
Okay. We're ready. Move those hips side to side. Now hold it right and circle it backwards. Come back neutral and then go left and circle it backwards. So you're just really warming up your inner thighs and your lower back and glutes a little bit. Do one more. Okay, now take a nice big deep breath. We're going to bring the feet hip width apart, reach for the ceiling. Your palms are going to face. You're going to take your gaze and look up. So make sure the arms aren't too far back that you can't see them in your peripheral vision. But just try to lift up the shoulders while you do this. Just to get a nice little stretch. And then we're going to take it all the way down, let your head go so you're just looking through to the back of the room. Let's take 3 big deep breaths and really expand and puff out the ribs. You want to keep the legs straight if you can get them straight. Otherwise, throughout class, you're working to get them straight. Now we're going to inhale and extend to a flat back. And then reverse it, come all the way back up, open the palms to face the ceiling and try to move them back and then continue all the way up towards the ceiling. And then lift those shoulders up and then relax the shoulders, swan dive it back down, take 3 big deep breaths. Inhale, extend flat back. Arms out to the side, start coming back up, flip them, move the arms back, hold them, trying to reach to touch both sides of the room, and then continue on. Lift the shoulders, lower the shoulders, lower the arms. Nice, pick up your right foot. You're going to take this left arm just out in front, parallel to the floor. And we're going to do a little hip hinge here. Nothing crazy, just lean the upper body forward. And then come back up to standing and do it again. Lean forward. It's just a little bit of a balance challenge. And you can modify by taking the arm out to the side. Makes it a little bit easier. Do one more. And now we'll do the same on the opposite foot. So grab that foot. Arm comes out parallel to the floor. Little lean forward. So I'm not rounding my back. I'm just hip hinging, right? Through that right hip. Let's do 2 more. Nice. Okay, relax. Feet are hip width apart. Take a nice big deep breath. And then we're going to bring the arms back down. We're going to make a fist and pull those elbows back. So here are your good mornings. So the spine stays long. You draw the belly in. Take it up and down. Should feel good. Waking up your thoracic spine, your core. Keep the elbows nice and high so you feel those muscles back there doing something, right? Go a little deeper if you can. But again, we're not punching or rounding the back. Okay, on this last one, you're going to release the arms. You're going to hang out down here for 3 big breaths.
Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, fold back down. Try to keep the legs straight if you can. Try to shift your weight into the heels. Inhale, extend the spine. These breaths that you're taking here are big. Fold back down. Do it again. Fold back down. Let your head go. You don't want any wrinkles in your neck. You just want your head hanging there. Inhale, extend. Hold the spine in extension. Walk your fingers forward. You can open them as wide as you need to feel your lats get a nice big stretch. Now get that tug of war going on. So you're walking the hands forward. You shouldn't feel anything in your head. So hold your head wherever your neck feels good. Just breathe here. Shift the hips backwards. Walk the hands a little more forward. Big deep breaths. The power of oxygen into the body is amazing. So really try to make that your focus today. Breathe as much as you can remember to breathe. And now fold the arms and unweight the upper body completely. Now we're going to hollow out the belly. We're going to roll ourselves up one vertebrae at a time. Try to keep those legs nice and straight. Once you're up, lift the forearms up. Take them up as high as you can, maybe above your vision, and then slowly lower them back down. We're going to roll back down. So let the spine flex. Come all the way back down. Unweight everything. Just breathe. Let's do it again. Roll back up. Pull that belly in. Try to keep the legs nice and straight. Once you're up, forearms come up nice and slow. Just kind of feel the sensation of that nice lat stretch. Okay, take it back down again. Let the shoulders just fall towards the ground. So you're not retracting them. You're just letting everything hang out. Now let's take hold of the back of the ankles with both hands. See if you can help your torso get a little closer to your thighs. Okay, let's take the hands out in front of the feet. You're going to inhale and extend the spine. We're going to exhale, fold back down. Now we walk our hands, baby steps, all the way to the front of the mat. Keeping the heels on the floor as long as you can. Now bring the shoulders over the wrists. You're on your toes. But we're really trying to focus on getting those legs nice and straight. Now take it to a small downward dog. Probably the heels can get to the floor. If not, you can adjust your stance. You want to be right at that point where they can barely touch. So you get the benefit of the calves getting a massive stretch. Now we're going to elevate the heels. Pull the shoulders back over your wrists. And go back to that dog. Push the heels towards the floor. Elevate the heels. Bring the shoulders forward. You pick up your face too, right? So don't let your head fall off your body. Go back to that dog. Heels down. Elevate the heels. Shoulders over your wrists. Head up. Step your feet into bear. So your knees are just above the floor. Now put the knees down, transition to some cat-cows. So you go as slow as you need to. Maybe explore with your hips. We're gonna do 5 or 6 of these. Make sure you keep the belly pulling up and into the spine. Nice. Now, take your hands to the corners of the front of your mat. You're gonna bring the hips just back over the heels. Your toes are still tucked under. And think about lowering the chest towards the floor. So your armpits are getting lower, the chest is getting lower. Now I've got my head up, so I'm actually working my neck muscles just to hold the forehead off the floor. But be mindful to keep the neck long. Take a few more big deep breaths. Now roll your left palm open so the palm faces the ceiling. Try to keep the arm straight and then just lift it up 1 inch off the floor. Close it and relax. Do the same on the other side. Open, lift it and reach it so that it's straight. Put it back down. Alternate side to side a few more times. The reach is really important here. Nice. Okay, come back up onto all fours. You're going to come onto the tops of your feet and you're going to open your knees a little bit wider. We're going to sit back on the heels. Slide your palms to the corners of the mat and lower the chest. Nice little stretch for the groin. Just breathe. If you need to relax the arms to the floor or the head at any time, that's totally cool. Okay, back up onto all fours. Bring the knees back in. Tuck the toes under. Come into a small downward dog. You're here for 3 big deep breaths. And let's walk the hands back to the feet. See if you can do that with your legs straight. And then let's meet in a full forward fold. Shift your hips back. Unweight the upper body. Let your head go. Now cross the arms. Let the shoulders fall towards the floor and your forearms. And then give me a little turn to the left. Just with your torso. Try to keep your hips quiet. And then give me a little turn to the right. Important to keep your head down so you're not straining your neck. And then just slowly go side to side. Really slowly so you don't lose your balance. Equally weighting into both feet. Now come back center, release the hands down to the floor. Inhale, extend the spine. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Open the palms, reach for the ceiling. And bring your hands to heart. I'm going to have you step your left foot forward. Big step. Get nice and high on the back foot here. So you've got that heel up. You're going to reach the palms up. I have my shoulders over my hips. You can open the hands if that feels better for the shoulders, or close, whatever. Just we're focusing here on this hip flexor. So that's why we want the shoulders over the hips. Now from here, we're going to add a little movement to it. So take the arms out to the side, lean forward, and then let the fingertips come down to the mat. So I'm bending my forward leg to get there. I'm going to weight into my heel and push myself back up. Bring your shoulders back over those hips and reach back up. Keep the back heel up. Do it again.
Big lean forward, arms are long. Spine is long. Come back up, pushing through that heel. So we're really trying to wake up that glute on the left side. Do it one more time. Okay, hold it up here. Take 3 big deep breaths. And now I want you to take that back foot and see if you can press the heel down. It's not going to get to the floor, but just push it down and hold. And now lift back up. Lift it as high as you can. And then let it come down slowly. And then lift it back up. And do it one more time. Take the arms all the way back down to the floor. We're going to step back and meet in a plank. Just hold the high plank here. Take a few breaths. You're back in your down dog. Just try to take this opportunity to close your eyes, get lost in your breath. So listen to your breathing as it enters and leaves your body. It's a great way to release your mind of all thoughts. And just focus and be in the moment. Hands walk back to your feet. Inhale, extend the spine. Shift those hips back. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Reach for the ceiling. Bring your hands to heart, and we're going to step your right foot forward. Big step. Lift that heel in the back. Reach the arms up. Shoulders are right over the hips. Now, if you feel any compression in your lower back, you need to lean forward slightly. Just tweak as you need to. Now the arms are going to come out to the side. I'm going to start to bend my forward leg so I can get my fingers moving towards the floor or down to the floor. I'm going to transfer my weight into the heel of that right foot and push back up. Reach back for the ceiling. Do it again. Nice and slow. As I lower the arms, I'm trying to touch both sides of my room with them. Pushing up through that heel, waking up that glute. One more time. Lift that heel really high in the back. Hold here, shoulders over hips. And then in slow motion, really, you're going to try to lower that back heel. Just let it go down as far as it can, and then lift it back up. And do that a few more times as you really focus on breathing. Nice. Now bring your hands back to heart. You're going to step that back foot forward, and we're going to switch. Move the right leg back this time. Take it as far back as you can, keeping both legs straight and both heels down. So this is really our pyramid stretch. Hands to heart, hold. Spine long. Go as far as you can with your spine long. And then I just want you to hold on that spot and breathe. Remember, it's all about the belly. Pull it up and in because gravity wants to take it down. Now, I want you to release your hands to whatever you can reach, either your shin or the floor, and flex the spine, drop the head, fold over the front leg. Close your eyes and just breathe. You can have bends in the elbows so you're not preventing the torso from getting even closer to the leg.
Now inhale and extend the spine, hands back to your leg, help yourself come back up. Once you get up, back foot comes forward, switch legs. So test the waters of how far you can get that back foot and still keep the heel down on the floor. Bring your hands to heart, spine is long, tummy is in. Fold down. So you're really hip hinging through that right hip. Once you're as far as you can go with that spine long, stay there, neck long, close your eyes, just breathe. Okay, let's flex the spine, release the fingers to the floor, let your head relax. You've completely unweighted the upper body over the front leg. Close your eyes, just breathe. Inhale, extend the spine, hands back to your leg, walk it up slowly so you maintain your balance. You're going to step your back foot forward. We're going to turn to face the right side of the room. Give me a big step. So you got loads of space between those legs. Now look down at your feet. You can either turn the toes out to the sides a little bit or keep them straight, whatever feels better for you. We're going to bring our hands back to heart like we were just doing, and we're going to hip hinge till we're parallel to the floor with our torso. Make sure your neck is long, your spine is long, and your belly is in. Once you get all that going on, let's take that left arm forward, followed by the right. Now I want you to try to shift your hips as far back as you can without toppling. And breathe 3 big breaths. And now fold all the way down. Unweight the upper body completely. Just breathe. Okay, from here, we're going to round our spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Come back up, nice and slowly. Now, make a fist, pull the elbows back, really proud out that chest. I have my fists facing upward. You can do them in or up, whatever. Now fold back halfway down. Don't move the arms. Just keep them where they were. And just hold here and breathe. This is a little work for your thoracic spine. Good for you. Now come back up. Now adding on. I want you to isometrically pull your feet towards each other while you take it down again. Keep that activation of the inner thighs and legs. And then slowly come back up. And we're going down one more time. Hold here. Lift the elbows a little higher. Give me all you have. Big, big effort here. And now release. Let the top of the head hover above the floor. Inhale, extend the spine. So I've got fingertips just outside the mat, and I'm shifting my hips back and my hands forward. Keep your head wherever you don't feel any tension in your neck. Big deep breaths, puff out those ribs. Nice. Now, walk your hands to the front of your mat, turn your foot to face forward, step that back foot back, meet me in your high plank position. Take it to a down dog, and then push the heels towards the floor, come back to plank. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, push back. Exhale, pull forward. Nice. Now bring your knees down to the floor. Kick those feet out to the side. Have a seat. We're going to bring our heels to the corners of the mat. We're going to sit nice and tall. Bring the arms out in front. Now C-curve the spine and roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice. Nice and slow. Let's take the arms all the way back behind us. Open your fingers nice and wide. Bring the arms back. I want you to clasp your hands together and keep your arms nice and long. Move them back. Reach, reach, reach. Take them as far back as you can. And then slowly, almost like you're resisting, you're going to pull them back up. And then you're going to move them all the way forward till they have nowhere to go. And then take them back again slowly. Bring them forward. And we're doing it 1 more time. Okay, bring the arms by your side. Let them just rest on the floor for now. Walk your heels in towards your butt or your butt towards your heels. We're going to do a figure 4 stretch. So I've got my right foot flexed and sitting on my left thigh. I'm going to try to move my right knee forward as I lift the left foot off the floor, creating resistance. Use your foot on your thigh to push. And then put the foot back down slowly. So you're really resisting it. Do that 2 more times. Pull it in, make it as hard on yourself as you can. And then back out. And 1 more time. And then let's go ahead and switch feet. Left foot over right thigh. Really try to be mindful to keep that foot flexed. Move the knee forward before you start to lift the foot. Then create that resistance as you lift that right foot off the floor. Resist it as you take it back down. Do it again. Should be challenging. Don't go easy on yourself here. Really work this as hard as you can. 1 more time. Okay, both feet to the floor. We're going to switch the right leg back to the left. This time you're going to use your arms for figure 4. So lift the foot, find either your hamstring or your shin, and let your arms help you get that left knee in a little closer as you use muscle to move the right knee forward. Now try to relax and take 3 nice deep breaths just while you hold this. Release it and do the same on the other side. Okay, release both feet back to the floor. So you've got your feet pretty close to your butt. You're about to bridge it up, but we're just going to rock the pelvis first. So forward and back, working as big of a range as you can, creating as much space between that low back and the floor
when you rock it forward. And then give me a big tilt up with the pelvis when you rock it back. Don't do it quickly. This should be done nice and slowly, at least 3 counts each way. Okay, so let's meet in a neutral spine. I want you to put your weight into your heels and lift your toes off the floor. Now tilt the pelvis up and start to roll up. 1 vertebrae at a time until you really feel like you're on your shoulders. Then we're gonna lift the arms straight up towards the ceiling. Keep your neck nice and long. And then roll back down slowly. This should feel really good for your upper back. Weighting into your thoracic spine. We're gonna lift back up again. Pushing through your heels, getting your hips as high as you can, and then coming down really slow, especially over your upper back. And 1 more push up with those hips through the heels. Back down nice and slowly. Great job. Extend your right leg all the way down along the floor. Clasp the fingers together. Bring your left knee up and into your chest. So I would like your right calf muscle on the floor. Your right foot flexed. And give that left knee a big, huge hug. Now take your right arm out to the side on the floor. Your palm can face up to the ceiling. Take your left hand to the outside of that left foot. We're going to do a 1-legged happy baby. So I still have my right calf down. I'm using my left arm to try to get my left knee a little closer to the floor. Okay, let's bring the right arm in, release that left leg. Let's do 1 full body stretch. Point your toes, reach the arms as far back as you can. Big deep breath, draw the belly down. And then clasp the fingers together, bring that right knee up and into the chest. Left calf stays on the floor. Okay, left arm out to the side, grab hold of the outside of that foot. Use that right arm to try to lower that right knee. So the right heel points straight up to the ceiling. Okay, release that leg, go back to that full body stretch 1 last time. Point your toes so you get length through your shins. Then you're going to slowly bring the arms up, let them come down by your side, and you're going to get nice and flat on your shoulder blades. Bend your legs. We're going to massage our glutes a little bit. Just let the legs go to the right. So you're rolling over your right glute, and you're coming up and rolling over the left. And just keep going side to side. This is just a nice little feel-good moment. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, so we're going to meet with our knees on the right side. I want you to stack. So you're going to roll yourself onto the right side of your body.
I want you to stack your knees and your feet. So you got a big bend in the leg. Lift your left arm straight up to the ceiling and look straight up at your ceiling. So we're going to try our best to keep our knees stacked. And we're going to open this left arm out to the side, 45-degree angle to start, and then we're going to play around with the angle here. Take big, deep breaths. So you're getting a nice opening across the left chest and through the arm. Maybe as you breathe, you get to open up a little more. Try not to fight it, right? We want to challenge our range of motion, but without a fight. We have enough of those throughout our day, right? This is just a feel-good moment. Change up the angle, see where it feels best for you. You want to keep that arm nice and long, whatever you do. So there's no bend in the elbow, no cocking of the wrist. Now let's bring that arm back. Let's bring the knees back up. We're going to give ourselves a nice big hug with our knees together. And I want you to make a tiny little circle. Just to massage that lower back. Change your direction. Wonderful. Put your feet back down on the floor. Roll onto your left side this time. You got your knees and feet stacked. You're going to take this right arm straight up to the ceiling. Your left arm's just chilling. Open that right arm 45 degrees out. You're looking up at the ceiling and you're feeling that chest get really stretched out. So you have to work the arm long here. So this is not relaxation. This is a little bit of work to get the benefit of lengthening across the chest. Play around with your angle. Lots of deep breaths. Okay, bring the arm back in. Come back onto your back. Extend the legs all the way out. Arms all the way back. And we're going to roll up Pilates style. So lift the head, let the arms help you. Draw the belly down. Dive between your legs. Big deep breaths here. Okay, let's meet on the right side of the mat and into a 90-90 stretch. So if you want to put a towel under that left knee, you got your hip all the way on the edge, 90 in the front, 90 in the back, hands to heart if you can, otherwise fingertips only on the floor out in front. See if you can do this without your hands. Lean over that front leg. Come down and then come back up nice and slowly. We're going to do this 4 more times. Modify as you need to, but try to really challenge the range. And we're going to do 1 more, nice and slowly. And now we're just going to scoot that back leg forward, go all the way over to the left side. Let's get the same thing going on this side. So check to make sure you got your legs in the right position. Hands to heart if you can, otherwise they're out in front, fingertips only. Try not to depend on them too much. Fold down. Exhale out as you come back up. Nice and slowly. One more. Now take both of your hands behind you. Lift this right leg. Really slowly, just lift it as far as you can. You can lean into your hands, that's okay. Whatever your range is what your range is. Now we're gonna lift the front leg. And we're gonna go all the way to face the other end of our room. So just rock it all the way to one side, come back up, and go all the way to the other side. Do it a few more times. Lifting up the leg before you let the front one come up. So you're going really slowly. Lift the back leg before you bring the other one up. We're going to do this 2 more times. And just work it the best you can. There's no perfect way. Our bodies are all different. We also feel different on different days too, depending on how well we ate and slept. So just be good to yourself, breathe a lot, enjoy the journey. Okay, now let's take the legs forward. We're gonna sit nice and tall, but we're gonna open them nice and wide, and we're gonna keep our feet flexed. So just sit here with a nice long spine, nice and tall, no rounding of that lower back. Proud out your chest, broaden through the shoulders, walk yourself forward with your hands. Baby steps, just keep going. So we want to go as far forward as we can without rounding the back. Have lots of space, so your hands should be on the edges of the mat. Now see if you can lower the elbows to the floor slowly and let the head go. So now you're rounding your back. Hold here, breathe as you draw the belly in. Inhale, extend the spine, elbows off the floor, arms are long. Walk it back in. Nice. Now bring your legs together, shake them out. We're going to pull the left knee up and in, clasp your fingers, sit up nice and tall. So you feel those sit bones digging into the floor. Now, get the chest nice and proud, right foot is flexed, and my right calf is down on the floor. I'm going to keep my right hand on my knee. I'm going to take my left hand behind my back. I'm going to do a little spinal twist and see if I can take my gaze and look over my left shoulder. Don't force it. Just enjoy it. Come back forward. Extend that leg out. Clasp your fingers. Let's get this right knee nice and close. Sitting up nice and tall. Then the right hand goes back behind us. Give me that nice spinal twist. Don't force your head to be able to look over the shoulder. If it doesn't want to go that far, that's okay. Okay, come on back. Extend both legs forward. Let's cross the right foot over the left. Now, if you have a towel, you can use the towel. Just take it around the bottom of the feet and hold on to the towel at both ends. So I've proud out my chest and my spine is long. So I'm getting a nice little stretch on the outside of that right leg. Now I'm going to lower the torso over both legs. Try to see if the elbows can get to the floor. Hold on this spot and just breathe.
Come on back up. Cross your left foot over the right. Do the same thing. Towel around the bottom of the feet. Lean in, spine long, and then lower the elbows slowly to the floor. Take big, deep breaths. And release the towel. And bring both feet in, come up onto the toes. Nice job. Hopefully we're all stretched out and feel good, ready to start the day. Meet me in a full fold. Hopefully your legs are nice and straight. You're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Big deep breath. And I thank you so much for your power and strength. Good job, Anne. Woohoo! We did it.